I live the street life because there's no place I can go. Street life is the only life I know. Street life, where there's 1,000 cards to play. Street life, where you can play your life away. This is my urban allegory. See, I have a propensity for exquisite things, a decadent allergy for collars in shades of blue, sex appeal that I came by ethnically and honestly. Therefore, I was destined to require a dana, or benefactor, if you will. See, I augmented the more animated parts of my anatomy. My smile is an orthodontist's wet dream. My eyes, the sensual equivalent to Medusa. A physique that moves in serpentine time. Tongue silver, verbiage chameleon, phantom tastes that require Maybach suitors, wicked, quick-witted, and skills of extreme addictiveness. I have but to call, and they come in every way. Yet I fear not the demise of my feminine wiles, for my opulence is secure and earning interest at a compounded rate. My problem, you see, is more than I can bear. A hindrance to my progress, you see. His skin shines like mahogany rain. He is piss poor, and I am in love with he. Street life, where you can run away from time. Street life, for a nickel or a dime. Street life, where you better not get old. Street life, or you're gonna feel the cold. Damn it. I just don't understand why it's taking you so long to realize that I adore you. When I walk through the halls of the African art section of the Art Institute, I see your likeness in the smallest of objet d'art. Oh my God, looking across the waters of Lake Michigan reminds me of the depth that I see in your soul. And I love to gaze into your caramel brown pools. My eyes roll back and I get dizzy when I look at the wheel of the Ferris on Navy Pier, because I dream of you in its rotations, and it tells me that only your touch can make my body react and my mind reel. As I stand on Wacker Drive and I look at that wondrous structure, I look towards the heaven and I follow every inch of the endless, massive steel. And my mind thinks of you, yet it is motivated into most salacious directions. I can no longer focus, and I may even need to take a vacation away from this historic city and away from all that reminds me that you can no longer be mine, if in fact you ever were. Hope is no longer a luxury, and my faith is fading into black like an old classic movie. My passion marks have been absorbed, and my muscles ache despite NSAIDs. My love for you has turned the color of the Chicago River because I saw you walk out of the water tower with her. I may have accidentally fed an insecurity, though I use the term loosely. New to my worldwide webbing, he has not yet acclimated. He has not yet gained discernment. Everyone has the innate ability to flirt. And some of us excel in this natural gift. Then there are others that parlay it into a career of extraordinary ability. And though he understands, he does not understand. So I have unintentionally fed an insecurity. He did not likely have this issue in the past, and I tend to think that I was his first, at least in this area, which makes him cherry. But I like the tightness of a virgin, so I press on. I can turn charm into the most productive of things. And sometimes I write life into the most salacious situations. Yet I find that I blush when his ringtone emerges. And I am gelatinous when he whispers velvet-coated utterings. He frightens my sensibilities, but it's wonderful because it's in the most consuming of ways. So I am not untouched by this particular form of attraction, but I am still a novice in my understandings and my reactions. That he could catch the rejoinder of my spirit and build a solid structure would be best. For I have no intentions of letting him leave before I explore these feelings and take them through their paces. So though I have unintentionally fed an insecurity, he has effectively affected my heart's self-protection. Normally, I am a very giving person, but tonight I ask that you indulge me. Allow me to impose my self-gratification. My request is rather simple. I desire to spend some time below your navel. A worm's eye view of your chin is all that I need. So please don't speak, for your words mean naught. Sink into the lusciousness, inhale the scent of my selfishness. Squirm if you will, scream if you must. Just let me have my fill. Appetites are hearty this time of year, and I have set up camp. Full intentions of lingering is ever present, and perspiration dots my forehead as I burn calories enthusiastically. Shifting gears for optimal placement causes my eyes to water. My hunger, it is not yet sated, and the thirst beckons for increase. Deep breaths, residue from the placement of soft folds and a viscous glaze from lids to chin are signs of a job well attended to. Tongue fatigue is a welcomed trophy, as is neck stiffness. I do this in appreciation, with vim and vigor, love and lust. Day one of exclusive cohabitation. What, I pray, will day two bring? Inside, outside, swirling to the middle, don't stop. Baby, I want to call out your name. I am forced to remember you with my sixth sense. For the mere thought of you overwhelms the rudimentary feelings of the five. And when our bodies are in close proximity, we become shapeshifters, merging the ebony shades of our skin and droplets of sweat racing to meet and combining in tangent, hurling towards eternity, as if there is no other option. Listening to the touch and release of dew-covered epidermis, you are my favorite science project. When we are apart, my muscle memory kicks into high gear, and karma became my friend the first day that we met. The universe shifted, and on that day, we became one. When I don't have the luxury of tasting your wares, the sky gives way to storms, and lightning etches our fable across the sky. The earth whispers of our love. And when the trees sway to the song of our joining, I know that I will see you again very, very soon. And so I take comfort in knowing that at the end of this day pushes me closer to you, filling my arms, hence the definition of bliss. So be my king, and I will happily be your playful minx. outside, outside, swirling to the middle, don't stop. Baby, I want to call out your name. I was not there, but I do hear tell that my people stood up for my rights. They were living inhumanely, and to put it nice and plainly, they walked up steps with endless flights, stolen from a horizon that was familiar to them. They adapted, utilizing the DNA from within. Vermin had more worth and endured less pain. Women were left to lead when the men were slain. This alone would have decimated a lesser race, but we remain thirsty. Survival and self-preservation would war inside, and we would remain vigilant and keep our African pride. The brown parade was usurped from many lands, working, breeding, surviving together, sharing cracked and bleeding hands. The brave could see past the present that be, deeming it a sacrifice of life to ensure that I would live free. Blood was shed, countless dead. Still they struggled on, shucking and jiving, overseers never realizing that this was our freedom song. Following the drinking gourd I heard, they traveled to the north. Many didn't make it. Many failed to try. The successful focused on my worth. What a hell of a journey. What a hell of a deed. But we remain thirsty. Let's fast forward. Finally, we are free. Wait, we are free? But are we free indeed? See, we've made strides by leaps and bounds, but still segregated into black and white crowds. We are ignored as if we are worthless, dead. Little brown faces begin to wonder, do they realize that our blood too is red? Violence begets violence, or so it has been said, so we hold our tongues and we chant sticks and stones. But knowing all the while that we shall someday overcome. Every day, a silent fight. We rebuke the label of savage each night. The percentages of wages are grossly underpaid, but the reaping will be on their heads someday. We are the butlers, we are the maids, ignoring indignities for a pittance of pay. We attend meetings to express our feelings, then we pray for another day. Yet we remain thirsty. The word travels on the wind as the boycotts begin. We decide to do it peacefully. And this is the year to make it happen, one smoldering day in August 1963. We are our brother's keeper. Yes, it is time to work as one, for we no longer need to exist as crabs in a barrel, for our purpose is succinct and our path is narrow. We march and hold hands. We sing songs of the promised land and a wave of purpose in various shades of brown. No longer fighting the good fight in small-minded towns. Hearts rejoice, and as we become a race of one, faces in shades of tan and yellow and everything in between tells us that the fight is nearly won. For most, this is our first thrill, presenting our issues before the man on Capitol Hill. Unsure that our sacrifice has been seen until one young preacher expressed that he too had a dream. My people came together. My eyes water and my heart bursts, for they provided the first drink. But still, I thirst. A layer of mist hovers 3 feet above our exposed skin, consisting of remnants from our chosen relaxants. They have mingled and morphed into a mutual purpose. And on this eve, you offer oral arias to express your penchant for my presence, as I recite lyrics that could only provide glimpses of how I behold you in a very significant mode. My mind is transfixed on the many facets of this infatuation, for I adore the tone of your membranes. Roasted by the tropical sun on the beaches of Trinidad, your skin is a testament to the caramel and bronze hues, complemented by the dark and intense eyes, and those insufferably long eyelashes, and those fleshy mocha lips. This is the night that we get straight to business. No time has been allotted for foreplay. The itinerary on this eve is carnal pleasures on the carte du jour. Not a usual blueprint for us, but who would ever dare call this love affair typical? I lie on my back to display my orchid for your viewing and aromatic pleasures. You crawl in slow movements. Oh, how I love watching you move. Your body is a symphony that speaks in tongues, and only my ears can decipher their utterings. My tomb engulfs you, and yet you wholly fill my chasm. Painful pleasures of blissful significance. My hips writhe and thrust in involuntary purpose. Your actions are calculated, for you are all too familiar with the terrain. Your touch in my womb, and I have no choice but to lie still as you throb inside. Your aerodynamic dome taps a staccato manifestation of affection, while your extremely adroit fingers strum a pizzicato across my pearl, screaming. My voice frightens and causes the papered walls to weep and peel. My nerve endings beg for release, and you detect it instantly and react instantaneously. Drilling for warm oil, your pace quickens. I feel the growl that vibrates within my abdomen, and your grunt is more than my senses can abide. So I lift into our simultaneous climax, nearly bucking you in the powerful recoil. Weeping, we sink into the pillow top and rest. The interwoven mist covers us as it cocoons our unity and solidifies our feelings of connectivity. It saves on energy expenses. When you are inside my mouth, your taste is a synchronization of exotic flavors from lands pronounced with multiple syllables, surrounded by black sand. My taste buds weep when you leave them desolate. My core remains a vast supernova of vapors awaiting your presence, as my body desires for you to be in us like the man, because I am moon. Only you can Febreze the bitter aroma of void that forces liquid love songs to proclaim salutations on my cheek, chin, and lap. My tissue consumption is ruining the ecosystem. My eyes are low, as if I've burned purple flowers, but my soul solely knows that the reason is the lack of my testosterone energy boost, for only you lift me like a cherry picker. You make me high. And I am blind without you as the epicenter of my torrential twister. The search for my monarch has been tainted by the mimicking lasciviousness of the viceroys that came before and masked your scent. But today I got paid and I bought some Visine. So now I can see you clearly.